All right, I want to go over a setup that we do in the room real quick. I want to make sure I get some emails on this about the overall 5-sim Renko, how we trade it when you first break back inside a market profile or outside a market profile. Let's go over it real quick. Okay, it's called a corrective wave. Let's go over the motive wave and corrective wave real quick. A motive wave is with 5-minute trend. We have a 5-minute trend filter built into the JaySignal already. We have 2 moving averages right here. Here's your longer term, here's your shorter term. Longer term would be the magenta, shorter term would be the green. A corrective wave is a counter move against the 5-minute trend. Okay, there's only one way you can counter the market called a corrective wave. Here's how you do it. Very important you understand this. There's only 2 waves you need to understand with JaySignal, corrective wave and a motive wave. One setup, but 2 wave patterns. Only one setup you need to understand. All right? The corrective wave says this: if you get back inside of high value area for the first time, right here, if you retest, once you get back inside a high value, you're allowed to take the first JaySignal short. So this is a corrective wave short. That is a valid setup. You can see the moving averages are now up. So now we're looking for a long, not a short. So this short is not valid. We're looking for a long size. I'm sorry. Then we get an overall moving average cross down. So then your next valid short, you can get in also. But the corrective wave is the most important wave on your first break of HVA. Your HVA break is your first important break wave, meaning once you get back inside of HVA, you retest, look for a triangle short. It's called a corrective wave. It's against 5-minute trend. Your most important waves are motive waves. We had a huge move yesterday. We had trade after trade after trade that worked yesterday. All right? A motive wave, let's go over another corrective wave, then we'll go over a motive wave. A corrective wave, another corrective wave happened at 10:30. We got back inside. Right here was HVA again. Let me show you another corrective wave. There was high value area again. Doesn't show now because it was on yesterday's chart on our market profile on our own Ninja. But you see we got back inside of HVA, retested. We had another corrective wave short. A corrective wave, let me make sure you understand this, is a break back inside of HVA against 5-minute trend, and then JaySignal goes short. This worked both on the 3-sim and 5-sim yesterday. I called it to the exact bar again yesterday. Huge short. Look at that short. Big corrective wave there also. So we had a nice corrective wave this morning and a beautiful corrective wave. It's always the first break retest of HVA or LVA. A motive wave is what happened earlier in the morning. Okay? A motive wave happens when you get overall trend direction. A motive wave is when you get 5-minute trend direction. You can see the 5-minute moving averages are crossed down. We get an arrow here, but we don't get the triangle to show there's order flow, meaning we don't have the triangle is supposed to show you there's more supply than demand when selling, more demand than supply. So this is a motive wave. So the difference between a motive wave and a corrective wave is the motive wave is with 5-minute trend direction, 5-minute moving average direction. Those are the easy ones. You can't take any corrective wave without breaking back inside of HVA or LVA on your own Ninja charts. It's not a valid setup. You cannot counter the market unless that happens. So right there is a motive wave. So that's the big difference. This is not a setup. You do not take these trades since we have the supply-demand bar now that goes with JaySignal. This is just an arrow, right? Fibonacci, there's the Elliott wave, possible wave 3 down, but we do not get the triangle like we get over here. The triangle suggests we got more sellers than buyers, more supply than demand, and the market drops. So the big difference in a motive wave and now we need the 3 up, Chris, because traders trade off the charts on the black charts off the entry bar. But the biggest thing is this, is that we need the triangle to pop up, right? The triangle to pop up to show us that's the exact entry level that we want to get short. So the difference between a motive wave and a corrective wave, remember, this is a number 3 pattern. You only need one setup you need to learn on JaySignal. That's it. It's called a number 3 pattern. But there's 2 waves to a number 3. This is how simple this is. There's 2 waves. There's a motive wave, and that's with 5-minute moving average direction. And there's a corrective wave, and that's against 5-minute moving average direction. So that's all you got to remember. Don't make it any more difficult than that. Motive wave is with 5-minute trend direction. There's a perfect JaySignal short right here with the triangle. This is a complete setup. And then a corrective wave is against 5-minute trend direction. So 5-minute trend direction was up right here, right? We don't have a setup up here. We never got the, this is how important this is. So you got the arrow with trend direction, moving averages up, but no triangle. This avoids a lot of stop outs because it's showing they're not trying to mark the market up. Then the market gets inside of HVA. Go back inside of HVA. You're allowed to look for the first JaySignal short then, right there to the exact bar. Great trade this morning again. All right. That tells you right here that that is a corrective wave because you're against 5-minute overall trend direction. And that's all we got to do, and that's called a number 3 also. So if you're new to the trading room or if you're a new member and you have JaySignal, the only thing you want to do, the only thing that you want to do is look for number 3 patterns for a corrective wave and a motive wave. And you're not allowed to take a corrective wave at all unless you're just breaking inside of HVA or LVA. And that's the easiest way to do it. I cannot tell you that enough. It's a very simple method how to trade JaySignal. It's very, very effective. We're 2 for 2 on the 5 Simrenko. If you're trading the 5 Simrenko, it's the most important time frame. You can just trade the 5 Simrenko all by itself and not even trade the black charts over here or anything else. You can just trade the 5 Simrenko all by itself if you wanted to. The accuracy this week has been off the charts. Last week, we had another record week off the 5 Simrenko all by itself again. So now this trade right here is called a motive wave then, because that's with 5-minute trend. If you're new to the trading room, these are the easiest trades to take, motive waves, because they're with 5-minute trend direction. You can see my smaller moving average, crossed down through my slower moving average, and that's called a motive wave. So there's a corrective wave, motive wave. They're both called number 3 trades though. There's only one setup you need to learn with JaySignal, that's called a number 3, because it's a retracement trade with overall trend direction with a motive wave, or it's a corrective wave, meaning you just break inside of HVA if the 5-minute trend is up, and you get a arrow. Now, the new JaySignal here, let me answer that. The new JaySignal, I lower the stop right here. The stop now on your new JaySignal, I just got to update the room here. Your new stop is 1 bar, the high of the bar above the arrow, if it's a sell. So everybody has a new JaySignal. Has everybody got the new JaySignal? Give me a Y. Everybody got the new one? Everybody got the new one? Is everybody stopped coming up right here? When this arrow comes, when the stop should plot right here. Are all the arrows coming up right here? 1 bar before the arrow? Everybody stops coming in really good? I want to show you how important that is and answer Harry's question. It's very, very important because of this. You see how we got a sell signal with 5-minute trend over here on the motive wave? I lowered the stop on the new update to 1 bar. Check this out. Look how important this is. I got this thing really down. Check how we hit the high of the previous bar, but it broke through the wicks. The wicks don't count. The wicks do not count. You're going to have to widen your stops if you use a 5 Simrenko until you get closed out here on 2/3 body candle close. If you're just trading the 5 Simrenko, if you're getting slippage on your fills, because the stop out is going to be a 2/3 body candle close as I lower my stop above this level. It cannot wick you out. You're not allowed to be wicked out on a trade like this, because that's how amateurs get taken out of the market. The professionals take them out with wicks. I lowered the stop significantly, so you can wait for a 2/3 body candle close above that. Look how it just stopped right on it. Wicks do not count in our trading. We do not count wicks. So don't let your catastrophic stop you out. Okay, if you got to widen your catastrophic stop, widen it. If you see you're getting close to it, take your chart trader and move it up. Okay? Because you do not want to get stopped out on a wick if you're trading the 5 sim, because it's very important right here. Okay? So this is how we do it. We're 2 for 2 again today. Corrective wave and motive wave. Corrective wave is against 5-minute trend. You're not allowed to take a corrective wave at all unless you break back inside of HVA and take the first retest short. Break inside of LVA against a 5-minute trade, take the first retest long. Yeah, well, you're doing it wrong then, Harry. You can't do that way. The system is designed to look at the previous bar's high or low, right? We had it at the swing high before, but now since I got the order flow bar, since we're taking it a bar later now, the system is designed to not stop you out unless you close above it. Okay, so you're doing it wrong, okay, buddy? Great question, though. Now you know what to do. All right, man? Does that make sense, Harry? It's got to be a 2/3 body candle close. Now, if it closes just a quarter of the body up here, I still don't take it out. I want 2/3 of a body candle close to stop me out of the trade. This is a corrective wave and a motive wave. That's all we got to learn. That's all we got to know. Corrective wave and a motive wave. A lot of times, Harry, almost around 75 to 80% of the time, it will never test this, right? It will never test this high. You'll just keep going down like this. And that's a strong market. Okay? No, it's above the arrow. The bar before the arrow. Ralph. Yep. All right, yeah, I got to switch that over. I'll switch it over, Dave. Thanks, man. All right, before I shut this off, though, corrective wave, motive wave, only two waves you got to be concerned about trading JaySignal, but it's only one setup. If you trade one setup in all 2015 and you don't want to trade any other setups, you can do extremely well, very, very well off of all markets just trading one setup on one time frame. The 5 sim Renko or proprietary Renko chart trading a corrective wave, motive wave with the number 3 setup. One setup, 2 wave patterns.